As I said, my first time eating meat today, intentionally, in the past 4 years. Minasan, konnichiwa, makaizaku desu. Welcome back to the channel. Feels like it's been a while since I've chatted with you guys. Hope you're all doing well out there. So a little bit of an update about me. If you've been following this channel or my other channel, Dan Overboard, you know about probably my diet habits and what they might be. I've been a pescatarian for the past 4 years. Seems a lot longer than that. I actually thought it was 7 years, but it's only been 4 years, almost 4 years. Actually, in a few weeks, give or take, it'll be 4 years. And I made that decision purely just for my own decision, just to change my eating habits. Back in the day, I wasn't feeling so great and I didn't know what was contributing to it, so I thought it was just diet and I thought it was just meat. So I just decided one day I'll just cut all meat out. So going back a long time ago, maybe 12, 13 years ago, I cut pork out of my life, except for the occasional ramen. I would still eat ramen from time to time. But one day I just decided I was going to cut chicken and beef out completely as well. And even many years before that, I cut dairy out as well. So I haven't been eating cheese or yogurt and all that kind of stuff. However, as you know, meat finds its way into very many things. If you're eating a soup, for example, especially ramen, which is pork-based, other types of soup, even just things at the restaurant, different oils, all that kind of stuff, deep fried stuff, meat's gonna find a way. So it was never really a strict diet anyway. It was just something I decided to do. Started eating a lot of fish, seafood. But over the past little while, since I've moved into this apartment, and even slightly before that, especially since coming to Japan, my complete diet has changed. Living in Canada, North America, options are different. Standard American diet is very different, obviously, than kind of being out here. So options had changed. So I had to change my eating habits a little bit. And even especially in the past 3 months, my carb intake has gone really high. I started eating a lot of pasta, a lot more noodles. And lately I've been feeling kind of not great, a little lethargic, very tired, especially my work schedule. So I work at night and then I go to class during the day. So that really messes up with my rhythms and everything. So I decided recently, I've been doing a lot of research online about changing it up and adding meat into my diet. So it's literally been 4 years since I've intentionally consumed meat or bought meat or anything like that. Like I said before, meat finds its way into stuff. So if a dish is served and it has something in it, I'll do my best to pick out what is in there. You'll see in one of my previous videos, I had a yakisoba or okonomiyaki and there was meat in it. So I just had to pick around it, right? So it's not really been strict, but I'm thinking of changing that completely and moving into a more strictly meat-based diet. Cutting vegetables out, definitely cutting sugars out altogether, which are, fruit as well. So this week, I have had some vegetables. I had a couple carrots during the week, but I haven't had any fruit at all. Cut carbs out for the most part. I've still eaten rice. There is sugar and carbs in that. It's a starchy, but no noodles, nothing else. Now, I know a lot of plant-based dieters might not like what I'm saying, but I am going to be consuming more meat going forward. And today's an interesting day. 今日はとっても面白いです. Today is especially interesting because I'm going to Yakiniku. And if you know about Yakiniku, it is a very popular Japanese way of eating. So yaki means grilled for the most part, and niku means meat. So grilled meat. In North America, you might be very familiar with the Korean barbecue. That's very well known out there. Yakiniku as well. But the difference between Korean barbecue and yakiniku is that Korean barbecue is Korean. So today, I'm going to meet up with a friend of mine. I'm going to go for yakiniku. It's been a long time. As I said, my first time eating meat today, intentionally, in the past 4 years. So I don't know what it's going to be like. Don't know what my palate's going to be like, what the texture is going to be like, how I'm going to feel afterwards. But anyway, let's go for some yakiniku. Ikimashou. And there it is. There's the restaurant right here. Nikulab. Gokai on the 5th floor in the Gallery Hakata. And Hakata Station is just right here, just right around the corner. My school is actually just about 4 or 5 minutes that way by walking. I've actually been here before with some classmates. Obviously, I didn't eat any meat then. I just had some fish, some cabbage, some rice. That's pretty much about it. So my diet hasn't been extremely as boring as you think it's probably been, but being a pescatarian in Asia is not so bad. I mean, there's vegetarians here, there's even vegans here. Even when I was working on the cruise ship, if you know from my previous channel, Dan Overboard, I was obviously a pescatarian then, so no meat then. And that was easier because there's lots of fish available, lots of options. There were a few vegetarians on my crew, there's vegan guests, there's diet restricted guests all over the world. So cruise ships definitely need to accommodate for that. So it was much easier on a ship. Here in Japan, meat is everywhere. Thankfully, fish is everywhere as well. But lately, I think it's been too much tofu, too much fish, a lot of vegetables, but it's time for a change, I think. And we'll see how I feel after that.はい、こんにちは。はい、ありがとう。
設定おりますので、QR コードからご注文の方お願いいたします。ご注文の際、携帯は1台でお願いいたします。当店90分数の30分前ラストオーダーです。ご協力お願いいたします。
はい。
1台のスマートフォン。
こちらでいいですか。QR コードを設定するので少々お待ちください。飲み放題の行動されますか。大丈夫ですか。
飲み放題はいりますか。
あ、いえ。
少々お待ちください。
何が食べたいですか。
牛肉だけ。でも豚肉食べない。鶏大丈夫。
これも塩かタレ。
お、ありがとうございます。ソース。
ソース。
ハロー。名前は何ですか。カナダで韓国のバーベキュー有名。ハーフパート、中国人のハーフパート。美味しい。いただきます。怖い。
怖い。
So my first time eating meat in 4 years. 乾杯。まあ。ちょっと変。It's a little strange. 美味しい。
美味しい。
美味しい。So this one is 塩、カレー、ホルモン、同じホルモン、キャベツ、ソース、玉ねぎ、ご飯、Aoi-san。英語ではorgan。はい。intestine、organ。Hello。松鍋同じ。松鶏あ、牛。
松鍋牛。
Let's try ホルモン。ホルモン。Spicy beef. I'm shooting at 24 frames. Let me change it to something just. Very fatty. Taco. Shibo.
Oh,
Oi. 終わりました。終わりました。お腹がいっぱい。No meat, no rice. I thought no ramen, no rice.
No ramen, no rice.
あ、大丈夫。
大丈夫。
ありがとうございます。はい。
ありがとうございます。
They definitely ate more than we did. Ready? Oh, これスティック。 magnet move. Twist. Oi, toy. Nice. 私の学校は4分歩きで元気ジャックス。どんな電車はありがとうございます。焼肉美味しい。肉毎日。See you next time. Bye bye. Okay, so we just finished Yakiniku, and now I'm going to Lopia. Lopia is kind of a lower cost supermarket in Japan, and they only sell limited items. They don't sell like toiletries and shampoo and conditioner and toothpaste and all that kind of stuff. It's just food, and it's cheaper basically than anywhere else in Fukuoka as far as I know. So Lopia is cash only. You can't pay by credit card or PayPay app. You can only pay by cash in this supermarket. And today, I won't be buying any vegetables. I won't be buying any fruit. I'll only be buying meat, eggs, butter, fish, seafood. And meat and butter I haven't bought in years. Butter, I don't remember, maybe 15 years. Very, 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 very long time. I wrote off butter a long time ago, but on the diet that I'm changing to, it is much better to cook with butter, which is technically still dairy, but it's much better to cook with that than it is any other oil that's recommended, such as any seed oil or even avocado or coconut oil. It's recommended that the more fat you intake, the more protein you intake, the better. And generally in Japan, vegetables aren't so bad, not too expensive, especially here. This is the cheaper place, but some fruits are very expensive. I'll show you an example. If we come over to these apples, ringo, you can get 5 apples for about $10. Or 1 large apple for about $2.50. And you get a little bit more, you can get 5 oranges for 1,000 yen, sen. If you want a nice watermelon, you're looking at about $30 for a watermelon. For a large one. Small one's about $12, $13, 1,500 yen. 今日は日曜日です。So Lopia is quite isagashi. But this is a popular section, very low cost, ready-made meals and items here. But the special thing is pizza. Pizza is ridiculously cheap here, and there are a lot of them. Here and over there as well. And these are about $3.50 for a pizza. Some of them. This one here, 650 yen. About $6 or $5.50 Canadian. So super, super cheap for a pizza. And pizza is definitely one thing I will probably never eat again. Not sure. We'll see. Lots of sushi. So what I really like is this fish right here, called saba, which is mackerel. Why? Because it's very cheap. It tastes great just on its own. You just grill it for about 3 minutes aside and it's done. $9.90. But to be honest with you, I've eaten this practically every day for the past 7 months. and I'm getting a little bored of it. I've cooked it the same way, pretty much. Sometimes I'll put it in curry or mapo tofu, but most of the time I just grill it right on its own. But lately, what I like is this one over here. This salmon. This salmon, which is koho, silver salmon, which is about $13.90. You get about 6 slices in there. So it tastes great just on its own, don't have to do anything to it. But I've already got 3 packs of it at home, so I think I'm okay today. And more ebi. I'll buy shrimp. Get 3 of these. Now meat, to be honest with you, I have no idea what to look for. And meat in Japan is not cheap. Even here, at this low-cost place. But the quality is very high. Very good quality. I'm still trying to avoid pork. I definitely don't want pork, even though people recommend that bacon is apparently good for you. It's hard to believe, but I think I'm going to stick with beef and chicken and fish. Makes grocery shopping a lot easier when you know what you're looking for. Oh, and a hormone as well. Offal, intestines, organs. That's very healthy. And here's some pre-packaged different options here, different cuts. And they're pre-marinated and spiced for you as well. There's some different cuts as well. So there's lots of frozen options, but there's definitely more fresh options here too. There's no select cuts here, like it's not a butcher. Actually, that's probably not true. I'm sure if you asked, they would probably cut something specific for you. Might have to do a rain check and come another day, but there's definitely lots of options. Beef, pork, chicken mostly. The important thing about the diet that I'm moving into will have to be ruminant animals mostly. Mostly red meat. Bison, lamb, beef. But mostly the big 3, beef, pork, and chicken are popular here in Japan. There's lamb chops right here. So I meant to record it, but I didn't. I forgot. I just asked the gentleman where the gyu hormone is. Gyu hormone mo doko desu ka? But they don't actually have it here. They have butaniko. I saw pork liver over there for very cheap, only 300 yen. But this one that I showed before is technically the closest thing they have to beef intestines or beef organs. So there's different options for ground meat. This is beef and pork. This one's also beef and pork. This one I think is pork only, but then this one here is beef only. Very small package and a little expensive, I think. So maybe I might just choose mixed. Next is batta, and if you buy two for $8.50. So we'll get 2 of these, and we'll get some eggs, and that's it. Keep going up since I've been in Japan. When I first got here, I think these were $2.05. This is the dozen. Here you can get 10 for about 200 yen. But these have gone up a little bit. We'll get 3 dozen today. Of course, maple syrup. Authentic. Canned fish and sardines and things like that are also another good option. But I think I've got more than I can carry for today.
しゃいませ。お買い物中のお客様にご案内申し上げます。当店は毎日品質に自信を持った商品をラブのフルーティー。
こんにちは。
お待たせいたしました。10370
OK。
円でございます。お隣の7番でご精算お願いいたします。
はい、ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。お待ちください。
いらっしゃいませ。お支払い金額を確
So you
認
put your
し、
cash in here.
お金を入れてください。お支払い金額を確認し、お金を入れてください。お釣りをお受け取りください。レシートをお受け取りください。ありがとうございました。価格表示になっております。お会計の際に別途消費税分を申し上げますので。
And right next to Lopia is my favorite store. Daiso this. Okay, so my total bill today comes to 10,400 yen. 10,400 yen. Oh, there's another Yakiniku shop. I forgot about this one. Maybe check that out sometime. And 10,400 yen, or Juman in, is about $90 Canadian. So one thing that's a slight problem once I get back home is I need to obviously store all this stuff. And I don't necessarily have all the proper storage containers at the moment to kind of store it up for meal prep and cooking. So I'll have to package it as best I can for now. Thankfully, Daiso straight upstairs, I could buy very cheap, low-cost containers and storage items. I can't really carry more than I've got right now, so I'll have to come back either later today, or thankfully this is right near kind of near my home. It's about an 8-minute bike ride, or just near my school as well. Usually I come here right after school, so maybe tomorrow after class I'll just come by and pick up some items. But for now, watashi no jitensha. And usually you can park here for a few hours for free, but my bike has been here for a couple hours already. So I just need to pay at this machine right here, and it's probably 150 yen. So you just enter your number, and I am 347. Oh, 100 yen. Okay, so I'm back home, got all my meat products that I purchased, which I gotta admit is obviously very strange when you go from cold turkey, not buying any meat one day and not consuming it either, to now buying only meat products. It's very strange. But all in all, like I said, this is about $90 Canadian, which should last me until about the end of the day. No, I'm hoping not. I'm hoping to ration a lot more. I've done intermittent fasting for a long time. Not consistently, not tracking it, but just naturally, hi, good morning. Just naturally, gomenasai. Yeah, just the way my natural flow has been. Not eating a strict breakfast all the time. Fasting for anywhere from 10 to 12 to 16 hours, depending on how it goes. So I'm hoping that I'm going to cut down, even though I've been doing it for a while, only 2 meals a day. Sometimes 3, depending how the day goes. Usually 3 if I have class. And then I'll come home, exercise, do kind of a very late lunch around 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock. And then I'll do an even later meal around 9:30, 10 o'clock sometimes, which is not great. And of course, when I'm working, I work overnight. So I'm usually eating my lunchtime around 3 or 4 in the morning, and then maybe eating again during class and then going to sleep after that. So I'm hoping that this will just be 2 meals, no, not entirely, but ration it out, and it should last hopefully a week is what I'm hoping for, so that I can budget from there and decide what my body needs ongoing. I wasn't completely strict. Obviously this is fish, but it is technically processed fish. There's other items in here. There's corn and other things, and surprisingly, one of them, I think this one, does taste like beef. But I bought them again because it's cheap, and no, they're not healthy, but it's still fish, and they do fill me up. So that's also what I'm looking for now. But as I slowly get into this newer diet, hopefully it will be easier as I go along. But anyway, And of course, let me know what you think in the comments. Tell me what your diet is or how I'm doing with mine and where you recommend that I can probably go to get better price options for the meals that I'd like to make. I know some people have actually recommended going to different butchers and whatnot. There's one close to me, but it's a self-service butcher, which means you just go in, there's nobody there, just a bunch of freezer chests, all frozen meat inside, and you literally just choose what you want, and there's a self-pay cash register, you just pay there, and then you leave, take everything with you. I don't really want that style. I'd like to have a butcher that I can actually talk with and communicate with and tell him what I want and also make requests from there as well. And maybe he has some things that are not out front, like bone marrow, I've heard is very good. Beef tallow, cooking with tallow is very, very good as well. So I'll shop around, but please let me know your ideas in the comments or about anything else you want to share. I'd love to hear it. But thank you so much. We'll see you in the next one. Makaizaku desu.